Hi, it's Lian Eng from Go Kids. This week I'm going to share a segment with you about how to introduce numerals and alphabets to your preschoolers, and at the same time, how do you teach them how to write? We normally start by introducing the numerals and alphabets to our preschoolers at the age of 1.5. That would be a good age to start by teaching them through diagrams, charts, posters, scrapbooking. I did a segment about how you create a scrapbooking for numbers and alphabets sometime in November last year. I have the link down below this segment of the YouTube segment, so have a look at that when you have the chance. Recognizing numbers and alphabet is one thing, but to teach them how to write is another. Quite a few years ago, I had the privilege of helping up a class of kindergarten students about writing and how to write alphabets. I noticed that some of the kids were struggling to make sense of what they should be doing, and possibly that might be the first time they've been exposed to writing the alphabets. And for those who could write, will probably be going the wrong way in terms of directions. So for example, if they were writing A, they would go from A aligned and then up, and then from down upwards to joined. So that's not the right way to write. So instead they should be doing this way. So after noticing few instances like that, I decided to introduce to the kids the method that I use it with my children, which I call it the dot to dot method. First, you write the letters, but in dotted form as opposed to a line. So you dot the letters and use arrow to indicate the direction, how you would like the kids to write. And this is very important as it forms the foundation and the habits for the writing for the future. And once your arrows and your dots are done, get the kids to trace through the dots and to follow the arrow. Repeat the process many times until they get the hang of actually how to write the alphabets without the dots and the arrows. So I have an example here. I've done it for the alphabets, which is the A, B, C, and D, E, F. So basically what I've done is I wrote the A but in a dot format, and I used the arrow to indicate how I would like them to go. So which is like that, like this, and like this. And that goes with the B. So like this, go down like this, and you trace through. So repeat that many times as for C. And it depends what sort of character you want to introduce them first. Basically try to use capital letters for a start. It's easier for them to understand. And you can do that for D, E, F. And one thing is for them to be familiarized in terms of how to write is a lot of practice. So repeat the process, A, B, or you can put A, the whole line is A, and then the second line is B, as opposed to A, B, A, B, until the stage where your preschoolers can write without following the dots and the arrow. And that goes the same with numerals. So I've done something like this. So you can see the 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to fit two. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the arrows pointing the direction. So it's 3 and 4. And do the same thing for repetition until they're familiar. So you can do that for the 2s and same for the 3s. Once the kids has done that, they really enjoy it because it started to make sense, like they actually writing an A. But when they start writing and tracing the alphabets or the numbers, make sure you are there with them to make sure that the direction they write is correct. As I mentioned earlier, if they get it right, that will be set for their foundation and the habits of writing. So I hope this segment is helpful, and I hope you had a good time enjoying writing with your toddlers. Until next week, thank you.